What's up, guys? Welcome back to the ProMG Money channel, back again with another video. And today I'm actually going to be talking about, I don't want to call it a brand new series, but we're going to be talking about crypto, and it's basically ProMG Money on crypto. Reason why we're doing it, or why I'm coming out with something crypto specific, is that you have to have been living under a rock to not have seen what crypto has been doing throughout the year 2021. I think it had a really good year, and it's gone too far and been going on for too long for me to continue to ignore crypto. I don't know if I don't even want to say I don't know, but in the comments from a few videos ago, maybe not even a few, but one of the videos, there's a comment, someone asking my opinion on crypto, and I basically said to them I don't believe in crypto, and I think I still stand by that. And maybe let me explain what my stance is on crypto, and then get into what we're going to be doing over the next little while. Cryptocurrency is basically, as it is, it's a forms of decentralized cryptocurrencies, or currencies that are not held or owned by one central government. There's no reserve bank, there's no Fed as they have, or I think it's called the Federal Reserve as they have in America. There's no one central authority, group of people, whatever, who own cryptocurrencies. We all know that it was Bitcoin specifically was created by that guy with the pseudonym, is his name Satimo whatever, or Mishima, like something from Tekken 5 or whatever the case might be. We all know that him and a group of other developers came up with Bitcoin, and basically the rest is history. And the reason why I've been kind of skeptical about Bitcoin specifically as an investment tool is that currencies, I've found, are a bad store of value. We always speak about inflation and how inflation erodes your money over time. That clearly shows you that a currency is a very bad store of value, because let's say you do X amount of work, and the way that you're storing how you've done that work, or how you've been rewarded for that work, is in money. Someone gives you 100 Rand. But that same 100 Rand that you got today is not the same worth of what it is 10 years from now. And if you do the exact same work 10 years later, you're expecting someone to pay you more for that same thing, So as a result, if you take that currency and just leave it as it is, it really doesn't do much for you. And that is my biggest issue with cryptocurrency, is that people are using it as an investment tool. People are saving it and sitting on it rather than spending it. What gives the Rand its power is the fact that the person at the shop accepts it as a legal tender. I accept it as a legal tender. I'm willing to get paid in rands. They're willing to accept payment for their goods in those rands. It's because we all trust the system and trust one another. And it's one of the many, policies or things that go on in cryptocurrency, is the issue of trust. But basically what makes a currency valuable to me is when it's being used. Now, my problem with cryptocurrency is that it's not being used. It is rather just being exchanged for the purposes of getting more money or storing wealth, or whatever you want to call it. But basically, crypto is being used in a way that I think is not how a currency should be being used. And it's always why I've been so skeptical about it, and I've kind of shied away or avoided it. But the truth is that it's gotten too big and it's done too well for us to ignore. This channel, as I've said, we're all about making money. We really want to make money the best, most legitimate and sustainable way possible. And I think crypto has been doing so well for too long that we can't now completely ignore it. So that is why I'm starting up this new journey using cryptocurrency, and I'm hopefully going to take you guys along for the ride with me. And basically, for a start, what we're going to do, we're going to take 20,000 Rand, and we're going to kind of split it up into a bit of an interesting way of doing things. First thing we're going to do, we're going to take 7,500 Rand, we're going to put it in Bitcoin, and we're just going to leave it and hope something happens to it. We're going to do the exact same thing with Ethereum, another 7,500, put it away and hope that something happens. So I have Bitcoin and Ethereum as the two, or I might even adjust, make them both 5,500, and then take another project like Solana maybe, and put another 5,000 into that, and hope and pray that it comes up. Because from the research I've done, things like Solana, or crypto like Solana, I think is promising, but we kind of have to wait and see with ETH Ethereum 2.0, what's going to happen. But I'm getting too much into the weeds now. All you need to know is that I'm going to take basically 3/4 of the money, and that is solely just going to be I don't want to say invested, but put there, and we're going to hopefully watch it grow. If it goes down, it goes down. We're not going to touch it. We're just going to leave it as it is. Then with the remaining 5,000 Rand, and that is really where I'd like to get into the weeds of this cryptocurrency thing, we are going to be getting into DeFi, which is decentralized finance, which the follow-up video on this is going to be where I basically explain DeFi and how it works and what I think is going to happen next. Actually, that's not going to be the next video. And the next video is going to be probably the cheapest way to get into crypto, because that actually in as well is a hurdle, specifically in South Africa with the Reserve Bank blocking you from any and other way that they can. So that's probably going to be the next thing, is how can you get your rands or turn your rands into cryptocurrency. So look out for that. And yeah, basically this is what we're going to be doing from 2022 going forward. We're going to have a focus and a look on crypto. As I've said, we've only done 20,000 Rand for now. Depending on how we do in the first 2 to 3 months on DeFi, we might then start to, start contributing a 500 Rand or so to, some of these DeFi projects, and see how far we get with that, depending on how it goes in the start. But for the first, I say up until March, it's literally just going to be that first 20,000 Rand that we're putting in, and we're going to wait and see what happens. And then from there, we'll see if we can go far and beyond that and see where it leads us to. But basically that is that. All I wanted to say is that we're getting into crypto now. On the one hand, I'm very optimistic because people's returns for the last year have been good, but as I always say, past performance is not an indication of future results. So we could basically be throwing away this 20,000 Rand. And that's exactly what I want people to know and understand, is that all that I'm doing here on this crypto series, I am dealing with my FOMO. The cost of my FOMO, or dealing with my FOMO, is going to be 20,000 Rand, because I don't expect anything from this crypto journey that we're going on. If it makes money, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Hopefully it's content for the channel. But yeah, that is the long and short of it. We're going to be getting into crypto. Hopefully, it helps one or two other people make a decision themselves on whether they want to do it or how they want to do it. And also as well, when I look at the type of people who are currently doing crypto on YouTube in South Africa, it is a lot of white guys, which is, there's no problem with it. I'm more than happy. But in terms of people of color who are actually actively getting into this thing, even what's that guy, Gray Chavisi or whatever, and I actually went to his, is it a webinar or a seminar or whatever, but anyway, I went there end of November. But the fact is that it's not a lot of people who are like you and me who are doing this. So I'm trying to just show as well that normal average people, you and I, get into these things and we either do well or we do badly. Fact of the matter is that you need to stop sitting on the sidelines. You need to get involved in these things and basically start getting going and making this money. So let's see how this goes. Been your boy Prom G Money. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.